This 1930s Spanish mission home is from a different era, but you wouldn't know it. It's had a massive transformation thanks to the sensitive hand of its owner architect and some ingenious engineering and building from professionals who know how to preserve and improve great design. Hey guys.
Welcome, Pete.
Thank you.
Come in. So I'm Zoe Smorgan. I'm the owner architect of this home. And what we really wanted to do here was to change the house to suit how we live a little bit more. We wanted to be able to use the kitchen as an eat-in kitchen so we could have lots of people sitting around a table, and then open up all of the spaces to get lots of light and sun and air moving through the house.
So Zoe, just describe this house before you started anything.
So this is a really solid family home, double brick, sort of Spanish mission type house. A really lovely plan, big rooms, but it just needed a lot of updating and love.
It's a constant question architects are faced with all the time, isn't it? What to preserve and what to build new.
That's right. So the character of this house was really, really strong, and I knew that we couldn't really compete with that, and we'd never want to knock a structure like this down. So we had to go in really delicately with all of the new additions and try and make them light, elegant insertions into a really heavy, character-filled house.
Zoe and Darren are great. You know, we really enjoyed it, and our goal and our mission is for people to love building with us as much as what we're building for them.
This is a renovation of a house with a bit of history. So until we remove the finish and expose the structure, you don't really know how much work it's going to involve.
In any house alteration or addition, it's how it integrates with the outdoor space is critical. And Zoe, this is where it started, this outdoor terrace.
That's right. This is the courtyard that it all started in. All of our living spaces originally had quite standard height openings out onto the courtyard. From inside the rooms was quite dark and you didn't see sky. So what we did was we lifted it all up. So from the kitchen and living areas, you opened up to the courtyard, but then you got the sky as well.
Zoe, I can see you have had a little bit of fun in this kitchen.
I had a lot of fun in the kitchen. The room's proportions weren't quite right to put an island bench and then a really large table in. So we put the two together and came up with the island bench and table.
Talk to me about the building process.
So I knew exactly the size or the scale of builder to complete this project in the shortest period of time. Someone who wasn't too big, but still had all of the resources sort of at their disposal to get things done quickly and efficiently. And Horizon fit that bill really, really well. And at the front of the site, we wanted a garden, so we literally cut off the site in front of the existing house, and there's a lot of concrete in the ground and engineering that went into that, and build a garden on top of a garage, which is the most amazing space.
That could have really blown the budget out of the water in terms of all of that excavation and underpinning the front of the house.
So the decision was not to touch the existing house, to work with the excavation only in front of it, and then rebuild a balcony to house an internal staircase from the new garage into the existing house.
Down underneath the old house, and this is where the Horizon boys literally created space out of nothing.
Exactly right. So you used to come up the side where that front entry was and in through what here was the garage door, and now you've got this space that you can use for some entertaining, a cellar, some storage, and also a gym.
One of the real key features to the western facade is this cantilevering Juliet balcony, but that had a bit of your input into it.
Yeah, just a subtle little detail. We thought it'd be nice to just cantilever the joist. Originally there was a post there designed and
columns coming down here.
Columns coming down, and we can eliminate that and just open up this ground floor.
Beautiful. That's an architectural decision.
Yeah, I put my little 2 cents in for the job.
Well done, mate.
Once we locked the budget in, there was very little variation, and we directionally pretty much hit the budget. And Zoe wanted to work with Horizon. We met with a few builders, but Zoe was very clear she wanted Horizon, and they weren't the cheapest. And David said at the start, I promise you I'll do what I can to have you enjoy the process and be transparent the whole way through. And he did. David almost didn't miss one weekly site meeting. As soon as COVID broke out, at the very start, no one knew what would happen.
So we ended up buying as much as we could up front, pipes and tiles and timber. Yeah, so I've got a saying that I drill into the guys all the time. I'll probably drive them crazy, but you know, whatever can be done should be done. Even if it's not on the critical path, if it's done, it can't be delayed.
So upstairs we have a very similar floor plan to what was always here. Yep. We've got, again, the beautiful old timber floors in the narrow board upstairs, and kids' bedrooms and bathroom, and then this really lovely breakout space on the landing.
What are you most proud of in your family home?
I think it's the kitchen. I'm really happy with how we use it. It's beautiful, it's full of sunlight, and then how we've opened up this whole courtyard area to the kitchen and how all the greenery is just draping over.
I actually did drive my wife and my mom to look at it, and they said, wow, that's fantastic.
I think this home can be summed up in 3 words. Preservation. Preservation of the original charm. Restoration of the bones and detail. Then imagination of how to inject the new. It's an age-old building and architectural balancing act that, when done well, maintains the romance in these grand old homes.